Grand Rising, my people. So I'm coming to you with a message. And this message is because of a dream that I just had. And I woke up from this dream because someone came to me and asked me this question in the dream. So the question was about why they were still got sick after they had done so much extensive um, work to their body, weight loss and all those things. So, do you know that why people end up getting sicker and actually end up with like cancers or different diseases and, even die after they have done such extensive work to their body like weight loss? A lot of people don't actually take the time to do the weight loss properly. It takes 12 weeks for your body to actually renew its cells and develop new cells, to grow new cells. It takes 12 weeks of, good diet, good eating, detoxing, and rejuvenating herbs and foods to, rebuild your cells or create new cells and kill old cells, right? So what happens if it takes 12 weeks and you only worked out for 30 days or even 60 days and you lost a significant amount of weight and you go back to eating the bad things you were eating? See, yes, you get sick because you go back to the bad things you're eating. Putting more parasites and bacteria back in your body, especially if you go back to like eating meats and things, parasitic foods, but it's more than just eating the bad foods. What happens with your body, right? You have lost all that weight. Do you know you're supposed to have a certain amount of fat on your body to protect your organs, right? Then we go over and get grossly overweight, and we have so much fat in our body. Do you know what all happens inside that fat? We harbor so much disease inside that fat, right? You harbor parasites, bacteria inside those fat cells. And when you start shrinking those fat cells and getting rid of those fat cells, the fat burns off, flushes out through your blood, through your organs and things like that. Urine, and that's how you get the fat out of your body. Breath work, breathing air, can, remove the fat from your body. It comes out through your skin, comes out through your organs. You remove the fat, the excess fat from your body, chemicals, toxins, and all that from your body, right? Well, do you know that in your blood, underneath, in your mitochondria, you can have so many blockages, right? Like you will end up with some types of blood clots under your blood. You ever feel your leg and you feel these clumpy lumps in, like at the back of your knees or the back where your hips are? Fat cells, they're not just fat flesh inflammation, it's a clump cell of tissues, because that's what your body does. When it finds something foreign that doesn't belong there, it clumps it up and puts it in a certain spot so it doesn't go throughout all your body, and it holds itself there. But then your lymphatic system is supposed to kick in and flush those things out of your body, right? But it doesn't happen because you go back to eating all these bad foods, and you haven't given your body long enough. You actually need more than, you only need 12 weeks to regrow new cells, but then you still need 12, really like almost up to a year of rejuvenating those cells, building those cells strong enough to go in and rejuvenate your body. And then you're not supposed to go back to eating the bad things that got you in that place in the first place, right? In that position in the first place. But we don't do that. We go back to eating all these bad foods, and then we got new parasites in. Our new cells are not strong enough to fight those off yet. And then another thing that we do to ourselves is, because after, the reason why those new cells are not even strong enough is because when you start, the moment you go back to eating bad food, you automatically stopping your rejuvenation, your regeneration process, and you're going back into killing your gut. your good gut bacteria. And everything comes from your good gut bacteria, right? So you start killing off your good gut bacteria all over again. And now those, parasites and bacterias and, free radicals, they come with a vengeance now, because not only have you irritated them by trying to kill them, you also made them stronger because you fed yourself some good stuff, and then you try to give yourself bad stuff, which sends the wrong message to your good gut bacteria and a bad message to the bad gut bacteria, right? So you're no longer in a regeneration process the moment you start putting that bad food back in your body. So now you and your brain start thinking, oh, I ate this bad food one day and now I'm okay. It's not affecting me. Oh, I'm good. Okay, now you keep eating 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, weeks, 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, now a whole month. Now you have killed all those good gut bacteria that you have. You have confused the hell out of them. You have made them work a whole lot more than what they were even doing before. And now you have reversed everything that you just did. And that is why you end up getting sick. Because now you don't have the fat, that all that fat for the parasites and bad bacteria, free radicals to feast off of. Now they're feasting off of your direct organs. And that is why people end up getting cancers, leukemias, end up with MS, end up with, colon cancers, different cancers of the gut, and they die because you just reversed everything you did, and you didn't even give yourself a chance, long enough. Think about it. When you are born, your body is already programmed with a certain programming for your cells to be able to fight and survive. So while you're growing, you might be feeding yourself bad things, right? But your program in your body has not been negatively affected and impacted to that extent where, things are completely reversing for you. You're still in the growing process. So you're still in the rejuvenation process. And so while you're going through that regeneration, that new generation process of your cells, now it's starting to get programming and reprogrammed with the things that you're feeding it. And, your body is created with a certain amount of, your cells are already created with a certain amount of program that gives it a certain amount of life, right? So now you're tapping into that life and you're, chipping away that life force. So by the time you become an adult, 18 years old, you do have some severe health issues. So why you may not end up with childhood cancers, and some people do, is because their DNA is already programmed with so many bad bacteria in their system, in their parent system. It is transferred down, and then that program goes to you. And so now, after you've messed up your programming for so many years, you try to go back and rejuvenate it, regenerate it, and because your cells, your organs are no more in that regeneration, that growing process, they get affected. You don't have all that fat covering up your cells for these diseases to live in. And after you've lost all the weight, and now your organs are infected. So if you take anything away from this message, if you change your diet, don't ever go back to the bad foods. They didn't serve you. They got you in a bad position, so they didn't serve you anyway. So why do you want to go back to doing the thing that got you sick in the first place, right? Listen to your body so you don't do all that hard work on yourself for nothing. So I just want to share this message because the person who asked me in my dream is a person who was in my life, and I'm assuming this person must be sick now, and this is why they came to me asking for help. So do the best for your body. Take your supplements. Make your own supplements. Eat natural foods. Eat your micronutrients, your macronutrients. Those are the ones that's going to help rejuvenate your body. Now, since my message just hit 10:10, I'm going to sign off. Everybody have a wonderful, happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day. Bless, peace, togetherness.